Hello everyone. So today we will learn how to model a G+2 building in Etabs, or let's say G+2 house in Etabs. So what are the steps we need to take or how we can model? So we are using Etab 2092 model. So the step one is first enter the basic input data. So once you need to open the Etabs. So mine is Etabs 2090. It will take some time to open. So once it get open, it will show new model type, like what are the type of the model. So either you can select new model from here or you can select new model from here. So let's select from here new model type. Now here it will show model initialization. So it will like what we need to do is we need to use built-in setting. Okay, click on built-in setting with then the display unit. Select metric SI. Steel section is obviously Indian code we are following. So the design is so for steel code what we are using IS 800 2007, and concrete design code what we are using is IS 456 2000. Click on OK. So here model quick template will come, and now it will show grid dimension as well as story dimension. So here it will show uniform grid spacing. One is and other one is custom grid spacing. Uniform grid spacing means um along the x axis and along the y axis the spacing is constant. So it has already taken the spacing values as 8 meter, and the grid line is 4 meter along x and y direction. You can change it, but normally what we can see is that in AutoCAD, whether we are designing a building or we are designing a house, anything you will design, the spacing is never same between two rooms. You have observed in your own house also that the spacing of one room is different from other room. So we are going to select custom grid spacing. So selecting custom grid spacing, then click on edit grid data. Then here are the x coordinate and here is the y coordinate. So as you can see, grid ID is A, B, C, D. So here is A, here is B, here is C, and here is D. And y grid data is 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So distance spacing between A and B, if you want to change, this is A, this is B. So spacing between A and B, it has as by default given as 8 meter, but normally in rooms we don't give that much. Our rooms are around 10 to 15 feet in width and land direction. So normally we get 3.5 meter or 4 meter like that. So let's give it 3.5 meter, and then B2C, let's give it 3 point. The good feature is you can add like 3.5 plus 4.5. If I add, it will directly show. If I add and if I click enter, so it will directly add and show the values as 8 meter. So now let's add 8 plus 3 point. Let's say for 4 meter. Okay. So okay, click on enter. So it has shown the value as 12. Now again we need to change values. So I've given some random values: 4.3, 4.3 plus, let's give it 3.8, then 8.1 plus, let's give it 4.2. Okay, click on enter. So we have given the x grid spacing, which is A, B, C, D, and the y grid spacing, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the y direction. Click on OK. Now here is the story dimension, because we have already provided the spacing, so that portion is over. Now we need to change along the length. So it as our structure is G+2, so ground floor is there. Then normal the story height is at around 11 feet, which is around 3.35 meter. So typical story height is 3.35. So ground floor is there, then first floor, then second floor. So in this way, number of stories are three, and because the bottom story is also there, the foundation level below the plinth beam. So we also consider it as a story. So number of story will be four, and typical height of story is 3.35 meter. But the bottom story height, normally the plinth beam and the foundation level, we normally take it as 1.6 meter, let's say, and normally around 1.5 to 2 meter will take. So I have taken 1.6 meter. Now I will click on OK. So in the ETAS portion, it get opens. So this is our plan view. Two view ETAS will show. First it will show the plan view. The second it will show the 3D view. In the plan view we can see the spacing which we have provided, and in the 3D view it will show here. So first we need to, this is our story, like this is the story in which we are going. For example, I selected this story, so this is story 1. If we go up, this is story 2, which is 1.6 plus 3.35 meter, which is 4.95 meter. If we go up, then this is the story 3, which is 8.3 meter. Again we will add 3.35, and the final is our story 4. So normally, whatever we need to do, uh, start with the story 1. Okay. So here in the etabs, we can see that we have entered the basic input data value. Step 2 is create reference grid line and provide story data. The reference grid line means we have given the spacing in the x and y direction. We have provided the story data as 3.35 meter in the top stories, and at the bottom it is 1.6 meter. So the step 3 is now define material property. So we need to define the material property. So we'll open the etab here. So go and define, and here it is showing material properties. So etab has already defined some of the material property, like 4000 psi. This is a pound per square inch, which is taken like by the US government. But normally we don't follow that unit. We follow in our meter or feet. So, like add new material property, I will select as region as India. Steel material type, our building is RCC building, so concrete. Standard is India. Let's say grade is M25. Click on OK. So material name is M25. Material type is concrete. We can see the direction also isometric. Now here just click on modify slash show material property design data. So it will show the concrete cube strength as FCK as 25 MPa. So click on OK. Now what we need to do is we need to again add new material. This time we will take rebar, because we need to provide rebar also, and normally we take a higher grade rebar. So I have taken HYSD grade 550. Click on OK. Here modify show material property design data. You can see that the FY is 550 and the FU is 585. We can check in the net also, or in any steel book or any book. You will find these value, like SK Doppler and or any other BC Punya. So click OK. So we have defined the material as concrete as M25 and steel as HYSD 550. Here you can edit also if you want to change something. For example, if you want no, I want M20, so you can give M20 here. So it will it will already change according to that, right? So yeah, we have given the material property. Now go on define, go on section property, again in frame section. So here it has taken some of the frame section already by default frame section, but uh, according to the Indian, we usually take in or inches. So I need to add a new frame property. So click here on add new material, go on concrete. Okay, see carefully, it is going to be very important. So let's give the property name as beam, 300 cross 300 as a size, or sorry, column. Let's say column we are designing. column 300 cross 300, because normally this size we are going to design column. So depth is 300 and width is also 300. Okay, so or 12 inches you can say. So here column I provided the depth and width. Then go and modify show rebar. Here design type select as column only, and the longitudinal bar click on HYSD 550, because both the bars are HYSD 550. These things you don't need to change. It will take like along the three direction phase, three number of bars it has put, and along the y direction it has put 5 bars. So Etabs will automatically has taken this value. So you can see along the third direction it has taken 3 bars, and in the y direction it has taken 5 bars. So click on OK. If I need to modify it, this property, I can click on modify show property. Why I modify? Because the material type is M25. Okay, that's why I modify it. Click on OK. Now again I need to add column property. So again, you know, go on add new property, add new property, go on concrete section again. So again beam we are taken. Let's take it 230 cross 400 mm. Normal the beam size, which is around 9 inches cross. You can say 16 inches beam. I've taken size. Uh, so material type is M25. Depth. The thing is, like width. If I will say 9 inches, if I want to type it, so it will automatically convert it like this. It is 9 inches to 28.6 mm. That's the fun part here. So it will directly convert. So we can take directly 230. Was not my differences there, and the depth is 400 mm. Okay. Now modify show rebar. So this is our beam. So click on beam. Click on HYSD 550. It will automatically take the other things. Etabs. So depth and width we have taken. Now what we need to do. We have defined beam, we have defined column. Now click on OK. Now we need to define slab. Go on define, go on section properties, go on slab section, then click on add new property. Then let's give it as 125 thickness. Let's take slab thickness 125. Type is slab. Other type is also given like drop or waffle or rib, but we have taken just slab. And slab material is M25, and our modeling type is shell thin. Okay, so click on OK. Then again you need to click OK. So the we have defined material property, and then we have defined the frame section like beam, column and slab. So what are the thickness, what are the length, width and depth of them. We have defined all of this. Now the step 5 is model the structure by using various toolbar. So using this beam, column and slab tools, we need to model the beam. So the first step is like we can draw beam uh, by 3 ways. So here you can see as at the left corner of the screen, like draw beam slash column slash brace. First I will click here. Then the property of object is what property beam we need to give. For example, 230 cross 400 mm we need to give. So what I need to do is I need to click on one corner, drag it to the other corner like this. Then again drag it to the other corner. Then again drag it to the other corner. If I need to close the command, I will click on escape button. Again I need to take the command. I will click on uh, that button itself, you know, here. So it will take again, then again from here to here. So, but it's a very tedious process because it will take so much time to draw beam to beam, because right now our structure is not too bulky or huge, but the design is too much complicated, or like number of beams are too many, we can't do like this. So what in that case, we need to follow the second way, like, so first I need to delete these beams. So for deleting I need to select these, like I need to escape the command. I need to select all the beams by simply dragging from one corner to another, and then I need to click on delete button. Okay. So what we can do is, we can, like, here is quick draw beams slash column option is there. Okay. Click on here. So here you can see is, we can draw beam like this. Simply, I'm doing nothing. I'm selecting this option. But the thing is, I didn't select the property type. I need to delete this. I need to delete this. Again, I will select this. You need to give the property also. So I've given, let's say, 230 cross 400 mm. So I simply go here and click, left click of the mouse. It will select the that beam, like this, like this, like this. That's why we are making grids, so that it become way easy to select any beam portion, because it will select grid wise. It will directly select the beam grid wise, and in the right corner you can see whatever the beams we are selecting. So like right now we are in the story 1 plan view, so it will select the that particular story, like this, like this, like this. But again, it's a very tedious process, because it will take so much time. If we want to do even faster, what we need to do? We need to select this beam, delete. We need to select again. We need to just simply drag and drop from one corner to other corner. We need to select the whole plan view. So in this way, we can select. We can select all the beams portion. Now come to the column portion. So for column portion, here is the quick draw column option is there. Just select the property of the column. So column is 300 cross 300. So either you can do like this, like go at the corner and left click of the mouse. It will form a column. Either you can do this way, but again, if there are so many columns and the structure is huge, again, it's a very difficult process to select each and every column. Like if you want to select all the column, again, we need to, simply drag and drop, nothing. So I will click on escape. Seems like my Etabs got hanged. Yeah. So so if I want to delete my column, either I can put like this, put like this, put like this. Oh, I selected the wrong one. Yeah, put like this. Then click on delete. Oh, it's, I think it is selecting joint. That's why it's not deleting. Yeah. So for deleting this column, what I need to do? Go on select. Go on select. You know, Go on select. Then go on properties. Go on properties. Go on frame section. So this column 300 cross 300 we need to delete. Then select this, close. Then simply click here, delete option. This way it will delete the whole column. Now we need to just put, like I want column on every joint. So simply I need to do nothing. I will select quick draw beam slash column. Here the property is or here. Column option is here, so I click here. Column 300 cross 300. I simply drag from one portion to another portion. So it will take all the columns from all the corners, all the columns in the plan. Okay, which are at the corner or at the middle portion also. Now you know what I need to do. I need to replicate this whole beam and column part on the top side. So I will simply go on like in the model explorer, go on structure layout. In the structure layout, go on the stories. Then right click on the story one, select story one in this. So you can so in this way I can select the whole story. Now select story one, then go on define. Go on edit, then go to replicate, go to the story, because from 2 to 4 story you need to select. So click control and drag simply from story 2 to story 4, and then click on apply, then click ok. So in this way it will select story from 2 to story 4. So all the column and beam properties, story 1 and story 2, it will automatically take like this. It's a very important feature, replicate option. Now what we need to do is we need to put the slab also. So for slab again, there are three ways. For example, if the slab is irregular, then like it's if it's not in a rectangular shape, if it's in because sometimes we provide openings, so normally it's not in a rectangular shape. We need to click on draw floor slash wall. We need to select the property type like slab 125 is our property type. Then click on one portion. You need to click on all the four corners of that slab like this. I think it didn't get close. That's why it is showing like this. So it has selected. So again, I want it from here to here. So here you need to be very careful. It should be in a rectangular portion. It can, you know, like it's not in a proper rectangular portion. That's why it is not coming. Like simply, so like this you can select. If it's not in the rectangular portion, or if the opening, if there is some opening, if it is not closing, then sometimes it won't select also. So you need to be very careful with it. You need to select all the four portion, but it will take time, and I don't want to waste my time. So I simply escape and delete these two slab portion. What I will do is I will quick draw floor slash slab. But okay, so okay, one more way you can draw slab. For example, if there is only rectangular slab, go on rectangular slab like this option. Then click on one corner to another corner, from one column to another corner portion like this, like this. But you need to be really careful while drawing. I'm doing it fast, that's why all this thing is happening. Now I don't want it this also. So I will go on escape. I will just simply delete, because I have better option. Why I will waste my time in this option? What I can do is, okay, this our structure is in first story. First we need to change from first story to similar story. Similar stories means story with same height. So ground floor, first floor and second floor have same height. Only the bottom story don't have same height. So that's why we want to provide slab in the first and second story. So that's why we have click on similar story. It means that automatically it will select first and second story along with the ground story. So here one option is there, quick draw tool. Simply drag and draw from one place to another place. So it will select all the slabs portion. In this way, you can model your beam, column, and slab in the structure. Thank you.